Have you ever looked at your bank account after a completely normal month and wondered where all your money went? You did not buy anything crazy, no major purchases, just regular stuff and groceries, a few meals out, maybe a new phone because your old one was getting slow, normal expenses, and yet somehow you are sitting there thinking you should have way more money than you do. Here's the thing. Every dollar you spend is a vote for what you value, a vote for how you want to live. And right now, millions of people are casting votes they do not even realize they are making, paying for things that made sense 5 years ago but have quietly become terrible deals in 2026. The prices changed, the quality changed, the math changed, but the habits stayed the same. The gap between what things cost and what they are actually worth has stretched so wide that continuing old spending patterns means actively working against your own financial future. My name is Uncle Investor, and I help people understand money and how to actually keep more of it instead of watching it disappear on overpriced purchases. If you want to stop feeling broke all the time and figure out where your money should actually be going, subscribe and hit the like button if this helps you out. Today, we are going through 17 things that are no longer worth your money in 2026. Some of these are obvious. Some are hiding in plain sight. All of them are quietly draining your account while delivering less value than ever before. Some of these are going to hit close to home. That is the point. Awareness is the first step toward keeping more of what you earn. Let us get into it. Number 1, fast food and restaurants. Let us start with something that is probably going to make some people defensive, but it needs to be said. Fast food is not cheap anymore. It just is not. Remember when fast food was the thing you got because it was quick and affordable? That was the whole point. You could grab a burger and fries for a few bucks and be on your way. Those days are gone. Completely gone. Now you are looking at $12, $15, sometimes $20 for a meal at McDonald's or Burger King, $20 for fast food. You are standing at a counter or sitting in your car eating out of a paper bag, and it is costing you the same as a decent meal at a casual dining place would have cost just a few years ago. The value proposition has completely disappeared. You are paying premium prices for food that is still the same quality it always was, which is to say, not great. And people are doing it anyway because it is convenient, and we have all just accepted that this is normal now. But it gets worse when you think about eating out at actual sit-down restaurants. You order a couple of entrees, maybe an appetizer, definitely drinks, and before you know it, you're looking at a bill that is $60, $70, $80 for 2 people, one meal. And that is at a place that is not even fancy. Add the tip, and suddenly you have spent $100 on dinner, $100 that is gone forever. You cannot get it back. It is not like you bought something that holds value. You ate some food, and now it is over. Most people who are really struggling to save money, invest, or build any kind of wealth are eating out way too often. They do not even realize it because it is $20 here, $30 there, but it adds up to thousands of dollars every month in a completely optional expense category. Number 2, brand new cars. Buying a new car is one of the worst financial decisions you can make. The moment you drive a new car off the dealer's lot, it loses something like 20% of its value instantly. You have not even gotten home yet, and you are already down thousands of dollars. Then it keeps depreciating every single year while you are making payments on it with interest. You are paying for something that is actively becoming worth less and less. It is the opposite of an investment. It is just burning money. A 3 or 4-year-old used car is going to be just as reliable, get you to the same places and cost half as much, maybe less. The depreciation has already happened. Someone else absorbed that financial hit. You are getting all the utility without the penalty, but people convince themselves they deserve a new car. They work hard. They should treat themselves. Except treating yourself to a new car means treating yourself to being financially strained for the next 5 years while you make those payments. Number 3, extended warranties. Every retailer in America has figured out the same trick. The moment you try to buy anything, a toaster, a television, a laptop, they pitch you an extended warranty. Would you like protection for $9.99, peace of mind for just $12? Here is what they do not tell you. Retailers profit between 50 and 80% on extended warranties. These are among the highest margin products in their entire business. Most products either fail within the manufacturer's warranty period, which is already covered, or they last well beyond the extended warranty window. Maybe 5% of warranty purchasers actually benefit. The other 95% are simply handing money to retailers for nothing. If you want protection against product failures, create a self-insurance fund instead. Put the money you would have spent on warranties into a dedicated savings account. If something breaks, you have cash to replace it. If nothing breaks, you keep the money. The rare exception is AppleCare on devices you genuinely depend on. Everything else is profit extraction disguised as peace of mind. Number 4, designer and luxury clothing. Not all expensive clothing is a waste. A good pair of boots, a well-made coat, things like that can be worth spending more on because they will last years. But that is not what most people are buying when they go designer. They are buying logos, they are buying brand names, and they are paying absolutely insane markups for it. You can buy a plain white T-shirt for $10, or you can buy essentially the same T-shirt with a designer logo on it for $200. Same cotton, same factory probably. The only difference is the logo. Nobody actually cares what brand your T-shirt is except you. You are just out $190 extra for no real reason. Most people doing this do not have money to burn. They are going into credit card debt to buy designer clothes because they think it matters. It is marketing convincing you that you need these things to feel worthy as a person. You do not. Number 5, airport food and drinks. $6 for a bottle of water, $18 for a mediocre sandwich wrapped in plastic, $14 for a beer you could buy at a grocery store for $2. Airport pricing has always been predatory, but the markups have reached genuinely absurd levels in recent years. The airports know you are trapped. Your options are limited to whatever vendors operate past security, and they charge accordingly. The solution is almost embarrassingly simple. Bring an empty water bottle through security and fill it at a fountain on the other side. Pack snacks before you leave. Eat a real meal before you get to the airport. A 4-hour flight without food will not harm you. The captive audience pricing model depends entirely on your unwillingness to experience small inconvenience. Every airport purchase at these prices is a direct wealth transfer from your wallet to corporations that have calculated exactly how much discomfort you will tolerate before paying whatever they demand. Number 6, rental cars on vacation. You book a trip. Flights cost $300, hotel costs $400. Everything looks reasonable until you realize you need transportation. Suddenly you are staring at $60, $80, $100 per day before the fees even start. A week-long vacation that seemed affordable now carries an extra $500 to $800 just for the privilege of driving yourself around. Then come the fees: airport surcharges, facility charges, vehicle license recovery fees, premium location fees, concession fees, tourism fees, and aggressive insurance upselling that your credit card probably already covers. Average rental car prices remain 30 to 50% higher than pre-pandemic levels. The companies discovered customers would pay more, and they have shown zero interest in going back. Run the complete numbers before booking. The sticker price of the rental is marketing fiction. Number 7, vacations you cannot afford. Travel can be genuinely great. Seeing new places and experiencing different cultures has real value. But not if it is putting you in debt. Not if it is preventing you from saving or investing for your future. People are booking elaborate trips they cannot afford because they feel like they have to. They see everyone posting vacation photos on social media and think they need to do the same. So they book a trip, put a chunk of it on credit cards, then spend the next year paying it off with interest. You know what else is valuable? Not being broke. Not being stressed about money all the time. Not having to work until you are 70 because you spent everything on vacations in your 20s and 30s. Save the big international trips for when you can actually afford them without going into debt. Number 8, Airbnb hidden fees. When Airbnb launched, the value proposition was clear: local hosts renting spare rooms at prices meaningfully below hotels. That Airbnb is dead. What exists now is professionalized property management, sophisticated pricing algorithms, and fee structures designed to hide the true cost until you are ready to check out. You see a listing for $149 per night. You click through and discover a $300 cleaning fee, a service fee of $130, local occupancy taxes. And suddenly your 3-night stay jumped from $450 to over $900. The cleaning fees are particularly frustrating given that most listings also require guests to strip the beds, start the laundry, take out the trash, and run the vacuum. You are paying $300 for cleaning while also doing the cleaning yourself. Before booking any Airbnb, calculate the true all-in cost per night and compare it honestly to equivalent hotels. The math has shifted dramatically. Number 9, streaming services and cable. Everyone has 5 or 6 streaming services now. Netflix, Hulu, Disney+, HBO Max, Amazon Prime, Apple TV, Paramount+. Each one is only $10 or $15 a month, which does not sound like much. But when you add them all up, you are paying $60, $70, $80 a month just for streaming. That is close to $1,000 a year for television, and cable is even worse. People are still paying $150 a month for cable packages with hundreds of channels they never watch. Think about how much of that content you are actually watching. You are probably using one or two services regularly and barely touching the others. Cut the ones you are not actively using. That money could be going toward investments, savings, or paying off debt. Number 10, gym memberships you do not use. The fitness industry business model depends almost entirely on people paying for access they never use. That is the math that makes gyms profitable. If every member actually showed up regularly, no facility could handle the capacity. They are counting on you to pay and stay home. The average gym membership costs $30 to $60 monthly. Americans waste approximately $400 annually on unused gym memberships. Look at your actual attendance over the last 3 months. Calculate your real cost per visit. If that number embarrasses you, cancel the membership. Home workouts require minimal equipment. Running and walking cost nothing. YouTube has unlimited free workout content from certified trainers. Pay for fitness options you actually use consistently. Everything else is an expensive monument to good intentions. Number 11, movie theaters for average films. A movie ticket now averages somewhere between $12 and $18 depending on your market and format. Premium experiences like IMAX push toward $25 per seat. A couple going to see a movie faces $30 to $50 in admission alone. Then come concessions, $8 for a soda, $12 for popcorn. A movie date that used to cost $25 total now runs $70 to $90 for two people for roughly 2 hours of entertainment. The theatrical window has collapsed. Movies hit streaming services faster than ever before. You could wait 6 to 8 weeks and watch the same film at home on a service you probably already pay for. Better seat, your own snacks, pause whenever you want. Save movie theaters for films that genuinely benefit from the big screen and the collective audience experience. Those still exist. But the casual weeknight showing of a film that is just as good at home, skip it. Number 12, premium grocery stores for basics. Whole Foods and specialty organic markets have convinced a certain demographic that spending more on groceries represents health consciousness and responsible consumption. The branding is powerful. The economics are questionable. The organic milk at Whole Foods is the same organic milk at Costco for 30% or less. Both carry the USDA organic certification. Both came from cows. One costs more because of the store's rent, aesthetic, and marketing positioning. This pattern repeats across nearly every commodity product: eggs, produce, bread, butter, olive oil. Families spending $600 monthly at Whole Foods could buy comparable quality at Costco, Aldi, or Trader Joe's for $400 or less. That is $2,400 annually for essentially the same food. Buy staples at discount grocers. Save premium store visits for genuinely unique products you cannot find elsewhere. Number 13, banking fees. The average American pays nearly $300 annually in banking fees, overdraft fees, monthly maintenance fees, ATM fees, minimum balance fees. Traditional banks with extensive branch networks charge these fees to cover their overhead. You are subsidizing real estate and salaries every month through fee structures that most people never examine. In 2026, there is no reason to accept this. Online banks operate without that physical overhead and pass savings directly to customers through fee-free checking and higher interest on savings. High-yield savings accounts at online banks offer rates around 4 to 5% APY. But on a $10,000 emergency fund, that difference is $400 annually in interest you are leaving on the table. Moving banks takes a few hours of setup. The annual savings can reach $500 or more when you combine eliminated fees with competitive interest rates. Number 14, convenience store purchases. A bottle of water at a convenience store costs $2.50 to $3.50. The same bottle at a grocery store costs 60 cents. The markup on nearly everything at a convenience store ranges from 100 to 300% above grocery store prices. A $3 drink and a $2 snack daily seems trivial. That is $5 times 365 days, over $1,800 annually on items that would cost $600 at a grocery store. Keep snacks and drinks stocked at home and at work. Fill a water bottle before leaving. Every convenience store purchase is a premium paid for poor planning. The occasional emergency stop makes sense. The regular habit is an expensive failure of logistics. Number 15, storage units. The self-storage industry in America generates over $40 billion annually. People rent these units for one consistent reason. They own more stuff than fits in their living space. The average storage unit costs between $100 and $300 monthly, depending on size and location. That is $1,200 to $3,600 annually to store things you are not using. Here's the question nobody asks honestly. If you have not touched something in a year, do you actually need to own it? Most storage units contain furniture from previous apartments, boxes never unpacked after the last move, and exercise equipment that did not work in the house and is definitely not being used in storage. After 2 years of storage fees, you have often paid more in rent than the contents are worth. Sell what has value, donate what someone else could use, trash what is actually trash. If something is important enough to keep, it is important enough to keep where you live. Number 16, alcohol at bars and restaurants. A cocktail at a decent bar costs $14 to $18 in most markets. A glass of wine costs $12 to $16. The ingredients in that $14 martini cost approximately $2. The markup on alcohol is among the highest in the entire hospitality industry. A night out with 3 or 4 drinks can easily add $40 to $60 to your tab beyond food. Do this weekly and you're looking at over $2,000 annually on alcohol consumed outside your home. The same drinks at home cost 70 to 80% less. A bottle of decent wine costs $15 to $20 and yields 4 to 5 glasses. This does not mean never drink at bars. Social environments have value beyond the beverage, but pre-gaming at home before going out, alternating drinks with water, or ordering beer instead of cocktails cuts the markup while preserving the social experience. Know that you are making that choice rather than making it unconsciously. Number 17, cheap products that break immediately. There's an old saying, buy cheap, buy twice. In 2026, it might be buy cheap, buy 5 times. The quality of inexpensive goods has declined dramatically. Manufacturers have discovered they can cut quality faster than prices, increasing margins, while delivering products that fail almost immediately. Fast furniture is a perfect example. The particle board dresser costs $80. It also falls apart within a year, requiring replacement. 3 replacements later, you have spent $240 and still own garbage furniture. A quality dresser for $300 would still be functioning a decade later. A $200 jacket worn for 10 years costs $20 annually. A $40 jacket replaced every year costs $40 annually. Double the price for a worse experience. Calculate the cost per year of expected use rather than fixating on the purchase price alone. Cheap products that break immediately are expensive products marketed to people who cannot see past the sticker price. Here's what connects everything on this list. Every single one of these 17 categories exploits convenience, urgency, poor planning, or psychological blind spots. They have all increased in price while decreasing in value, and they all depend on people not running the actual numbers. Combine several of these: the unused gym membership, the monthly storage unit, the weekly bar tabs, the premium grocery habit, the streaming services you barely watch, and you are looking at $5,000 to $15,000 in annual spending that delivers minimal lasting value. That same money invested consistently at 8% returns builds wealth that actually changes your life. $10,000 annually for 20 years becomes nearly $500,000. That is not just retirement money. That is life-changing money. And right now, it is flowing out of your account toward corporations that have optimized every psychological lever to extract it. The economy wants you spending unconsciously. Pricing algorithms adjust in real time to maximize extraction. Marketing budgets exist to manufacture desire for things you did not know you wanted. Convenience is weaponized against your long-term interests. Your only defense is awareness. You can either look wealthy or be wealthy. For most people, you cannot do both. Every dollar spent on impressing others or buying things you do not need is a dollar that is not working for your future. Pick one item from this list that hit close to home. Cancel it this week. Redirect that money towards something that actually builds your future. Then do the next one. The companies extracting these payments from you will not announce when they have crossed the line from reasonable to exploitative. That calculation is yours to make. Now you have the information to make it. Your money either works for you or works for someone else. In 2026, knowing the difference matters more than ever. If this opened your eyes, drop a comment below telling me which one of these 17 hit closest to home, and make sure you are subscribed so you do not miss the next one.